Quick dive into the labeling command. Inside of the labeling command, we do have text. Text is going to be an easy way for us to go ahead and create text, and we can also then add it to our favorites if we want to create those that way. But it's going to give us the ability to actually drop text onto the screen. Now, sometimes we're going to have the wrong size, so if we want to change our size, we just change it here on the font styles, and it's going to allow us to change that pretty easily. Now, one thing about text is when we do place it, we can actually click on that text and move it again. Gives us a nice option to be able to move it rather than if it is in the wrong place, undoing and redoing, we can just click and drag. With that, the next one is going to be our edges. Edges is a way for us to do one-click dimensioning. We're going to go ahead and just click to the back of this piece. We're going to click to the side. This is setting it 6 inches away, and it's basically doing all of those measurements for us, and it's giving us a nice even dimension. Now, something like a notch is going to give us basically what you see here. It's going to stop it short. Now, obviously, we're starting to intersect. So if I want to, I can change this to, let's say, 3 inch. Well, now you can see how that offset works in our favor. We can use that to help create a little bit more consistency in how our drawings are looking, but also in a quick manner. So I'm going to go ahead and put all of those in and get a couple more there. Points is an easy way for us to obviously add in measurements from point to point. However, in this case, I have this one set up with a 3-inch offset. Well, the reason I do that is because it's kind of creating a little bit more of a layered measuring look. So with that, I can actually go ahead and see 3-inch, 6-inch. They're both very visible, and it actually looks a little bit more professional in my case here. Now, parallel is going to be our next one. Parallel works by just clicking on 2 lines. Point here and here. Those 2 lines are now going to give us our measurements. Now, in this case here, I'm going to change my font size down a little bit, and I'm going to get rid of my offset here to show you. Without the offset, when I go to click on those 2 lines and I select one, it's going to keep it, but now you can see it's kind of intersecting inside of those dimensions, the dimension into the cabinet lines. However, if I use the offset tool, you're going to see it's going from here to here. When I select that measurement, I now can move it whatever I tell it, 3 inches. It's going to move it up and out of the way. Max dimension is a very simple tool here. What it allows us to do is go ahead and select the whole piece, and as we select it and hit next, it's going to allow us to get max dimensions. These are the biggest dimension over top of the whole entire piece. When we move on to label angle, very simple. We just click on the 2 angles and where we want it. It's going to also then give us our size. So very quick and easy way to do our angles. Radiuses in this case allow us to just click on the radius. If we have the offset tool on, it allows us to go inside or outside, and it places it at a 45. If we want to be a little bit different, we can also then go ahead and turn off our offsets, and we can place it wherever we want to now. The last one is label pieces. Label pieces is a very good tool if we want to try to label how many pieces are on the job. I can come in up here at the top to where it says kitchen here. I can change it if I want to. We could label a prefix, or if we don't want that, we can just come here to auto generate. If we're looking to do it just for this page, we can leave it for drawing. If we want to turn it to the entire job, we can turn it to the whole job. In this case, I'm just going to do the drawing, but when I hit auto generate, it counts how many pieces are there. I hit OK, and it starts us at 1 of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It counts us up as it goes. If I would have put a prefix, it would have just set it before the 1 of 5, 2 of 5, things like that. It's given us a nice way, though, to organize our pieces, and it knows when there's a seam. It looks at those pieces and knows that they're separate, so it uses that when it auto-generates to help do that. I hope this helps.